Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's word comes from Proverbs 29, verse 23, and it states, "Pride ends in humiliation, while humility brings honor." So it seems that in this world, the opposite is true. Prideful people are being honored everywhere, and the humble people, or humility, that deserve the honor are being cast away and are being even more humiliated. So, even in churches, even in our government, even in our families, even everywhere we go, we see prideful people. But they will end in humility. That being said, God doesn't want us to be focused on their humiliation, but He wants us to focus on ourselves being humble and ourselves being actively seeking the humility that He so wants us to have. So while humility isn't enticing or exciting for that matter, it's not something that this generation, the previous or the one down the line, really wants to seek. But it's more important now than ever that we seek that humility, that we seek to humble ourselves before the Lord, that we seek those things that He really wants for us and stay away from those things that He doesn't want for us. Pride is a sin, and it is the first sin that was ever committed by, the enemy. We're not going to mention his name, but it is the first sin that was ever committed. Pride comes before the fall, and it came before the fall for him, and it will come before the fall for us. So when we do things that exalt ourselves, become rich, famous, powerful, all these nonsense that this world tells us that are good, it ends up leading us astray. It ends up leading us away from God, and it actually ends leading us into humiliation, because when we die, we leave nothing here. It may seem that we leave something somewhere in here, but we really don't. Our humility is what really leaves us with something. It leaves us with the treasures in the kingdom of heaven. It leaves us with someone else wanting to be like we were, humble and servant. Now, we don't do these in order to honor ourselves, in order to exalt ourselves. We do this in honor of our God, in honor to exalt His name, to praise His name, and everything that we do it as He has taught us how to do it. So we're here to guide those that need guidance. We're here to honor our parents or the older generation. We're here to give to those that need help, to help those in need, to do everything for them, to be selfless instead of selfish. When we remain selfless, just as God did for us, just as Jesus gave His life for ours, just as He has saved us and loved us and remained faithful to us, that's how we should be. So we do these to glorify, to honor, and to praise our God. So let us humble ourselves and instead show His glory through our actions. Let us go after the things that God wants us to go through instead of do the things that this world wants us to. Let's make ourselves be humble and humiliate ourselves in the presence of God, and let pride be as far away from us as possible. While we keep working, whether we're exalted or not, whether we're exalted and honored, it does not matter. What does matter is, are our actions exalting, honoring, and praising the good Lord? So let us keep remaining humble. Let us keep prostrating ourselves in front of God. Let us bring everything in fast prayer and to read His word so that we can know how He talks about us, and we're not worried about how this world talks about us. Again, I hope that everyone can remain as humble as they can be and can serve with a humble heart in Jesus' name, because that is why we do everything, because He's already given us everything and He's already saved us. Thank you so much for listening. God bless.